morning, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Mwendwa and my channel is all about motherhood, spiritual growth and entrepreneurship. Do you have a sweet tooth? If you do, you will certainly appreciate the works of one Lydia, the founder and the CEO of Perfect Slice, and it's a company that deals with cakes. So in today's video, we're going to bake, we're going to learn, and we're going to have a taste. So stay tuned, I'll be right back. Welcome back to my channel. It's good to have you here. So introduce yourself and tell us what you do.
Thank you so much for having me, Grace. Hi viewers, I am Lydia Mandela. I am the owner of Perfect Slice, a home-based baking business. And that's what we do. We bake birthday cakes for all occasions, weddings, anniversaries, all special occasions. Yeah.
Wow. So Lydia, was it self-taught or did you go to uni to learn how to bake?
No, actually, in university, actually, did something very different. Baking for me was something that I taught myself through, mostly watching YouTube videos. And I found myself trying new recipes that I learned online for my family's sake and my friends, and soon enough it turned into a business.
Okay.
In uni, I did Bachelor of Arts in Economics and a bit of accounting.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
So where did the inspiration come from? Like you did BCom, you were working as an accountant at some point. So where did you move from all that to now baking? What inspired you really?
So what inspired me is that I realized I was very much inclined to baking as I watched recipes online. I baked a lot and my friends kept ordering for more. And I really want to appreciate my husband very much because he's the one who encouraged me to turn it into something profitable. Yeah? He told me if people are ordering more, then maybe you should start selling them. So that's how it. I sort of felt inspired by my friends who kept ordering, who kept asking for more. I was inspired by my husband who told me it can be profitable.
Wow.
Yeah.
I remember when I was a child. My fondest memories about baking was when I used to celebrate my birthdays when I was really little, and so I would run to my dad and tell him to give me money so that I can go and buy the ingredients to go and bake. I mean, those memories that I remember then, those are the memories I make with my boys now. You know, once in a while I bake for my boys and just to create those memories. So to hear from me that it just started like a hobby, you know, let me try it out. And then you started to sell, and then now it has turned to be a business. You know, it's really amazing how someone can mold something and grow it big. So it's inspiring to hear that. What was your first cake that you ever did, and can you even remember the flavor? And what was the experience about that?
Well, I remember the cake that I remember the most that I did. The one that comes to mind when I think of the first cake was for my husband's friend.
Okay.
It was his birthday. I was very excited about baking back then. So when I had this birthday, I took that opportunity to bake a cake.
Yeah.
And he was coming for dinner. And I decided I'll surprise him with a cake.
Oh, wow.
And this time I'm going to decorate it and make it look like a birthday cake.
Yeah.
I can assure you it was not
It
nice.
was not all that.
Nice. It did not look anything that like I imagined it was. But I remember it fondly as the very first cake I ever decorated.
Oh wow.
Yes.
What flavor was it?
It was probably vanilla.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I bet they appreciate it.
Yeah, they were very happy. We enjoyed. You know, those days the people just really enjoyed cake. No matter how simple it was, we just enjoyed cake.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I think also it builds your confidence.
Yeah,
you know, even the idea of you baking a cake for a friend.
Yes.
You know, and just hearing their comments.
Yes,
It's
the
amazing.
appreciation, it makes you want to do more.
Yeah. So talk to us when you started doing the baking. Talk to us about the capital. Like, how did the capital come about? Did you save, or was it just as we go along? How was that journey?
So I remember I decided I'm going to turn this thing into a profitable business, and I'm going to need some tools. Yeah.
Okay.
To make it to make my work more professional, I'm going to need a few tools. So I made a list of these tools. I remember that time I was very lucky. I had a small hustle I was doing, and that hustle was going to give me a certain amount of money. So I decided to keep that money specifically for buying all those tools that I need. And when I finally got paid, I went to a cake shop in town and bought all my tools. And I came back and I decided now I'm going to be a baker and a cake decorator.
Oh wow! Yes. Okay, so can you remember the amount that you had set aside for the tools?
Yes, actually. I remember the hustle was for a week, and I was going to get 8,000 shillings. So the entire 8,000 shillings went into buying my tools.
So the initial capital was 8,000.
Yeah, we can say that. Yes.
Okay, good, amazing. So talk to us about the first cake that you ever made in terms of business-wise. Now, just remember, the first cake we talked about was for a friend. You know, now we're talking about you bought the tools, now you started baking for business. Tell us that one cake that made you known for your work.
Okay. There's a friend, there's a friend who told me that they're going to get me some business from a relative who wants a birthday cake for their son. So I think that was the first cake that was ever paid for in full as with profit. So it was I think a small birthday cake for maybe vanilla. It was a 1 kg, if I remember correctly. It was a long time ago, so maybe I don't remember all the details.
Okay, so it was a birthday cake. That's the first thing that brought you money.
That I think I made a profit at. Before that, I used to sort of sell them at less than a profit.
Oh, really?
I would sell maybe for 800. I'm okay that my friends will get to enjoy a cake.
Are you serious? So you're not even thinking about the money?
No, at that point I'm not thinking about the person who made me think about the money was my husband. He said you can actually ask for profit. I didn't want to ask. I just wanted my friends to enjoy cake.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So what type of cakes do you do? You do birthday cakes, wedding cakes, anniversary? I mean, like for what occasions?
Well, I guess for all occasions. I don't think I would turn down a customer from any occasion. I do all occasions, even for people who just want cake for the sake of wanting cake. As long as it's a decorated cake, that's what I do. But the common ones are birthdays, anniversaries, weddings, and maybe special occasions like Valentine's.
Okay. So this wedding, you know, wedding cannot just be one tire. It comes in variety. I see even 5, 6, you know. So tell me about that. Okay, a wedding cake that you first did, and how was it? How many times was it? How was the experience?
The first wedding cake. Another friend also just trusted me with the wedding, and gave me the wedding cake. It was a 3-tier cake. With the side cakes around maybe 5 side cakes. So the cake that goes on the sides of the main centerpiece. Around 5 of them. And that at first I was very anxious. I wondered if I would deliver. I had to learn a lot about tiring a cake because it's not simply putting one cake on top of the other. There's a lot of mechanics that goes into it so that the cake doesn't collapse on itself. And I didn't know all that until now I had to do a wedding cake. Now I had to go and learn afresh on how to assemble such a cake, make sure it does not collapse. So it was an anxious time. Even transporting it and making sure it is at the venue. And the venue was not even very far from my house. But I was very anxious, and when we got there and the cake was finally selling, I was extremely happy. I was ecstatic. I kept taking photos and videos. I couldn't get enough of it.
Okay. And I bet it brought a lot of money.
When it was the first time I was paid a substantial amount of money for a cake. Definitely.
Thank God for your husband. Amazing. So Lydia, we have so many different flavors when it comes to cake, and I'm not talking about the usual flavors of vanilla, the ones that I can do, you know, but there are new trends that are evolving. So how do you keep up with the new trends?
Well, the same way I learned, I try to be very informed about what is going on in the marketplace. I keep watching the same videos that taught me how to bake. I watch more and more of them because more and more are being created.
Yeah.
I keep up with the bakers that I admire, many bakers that I admire. I keep up with them, and when I see they are working on a new flavor, I will try my own version of it. I take time to experiment and try and taste even for myself and to see if it's something that I can give to the client and they'll appreciate. Yeah, so that's how I keep up.
Okay. Describe to us a perfect cake. What is a perfect cake to Lydia?
Well, for me, a perfect cake is first a cake that when I open the packaging, I am wowed. I appreciate how it looks. I am taken aback by the decoration. And it doesn't have to be an extravagant decoration for me. It can be simple but elegant. I like elegance in all my cakes. And I want a cake that when I cut into it, I find perfect slices. That's hence the name perfect slice.
Oh, wow.
When you cut into it, you can see the perfectness of the slices. Yeah, and I want a moist cake with a tender crumb. And if we are working on a certain flavor in this cake, I want the flavor to be felt. If it's coconut, I want to feel the coconut in the taste. If it's pineapple, if it's passion, I want to feel the passion in the cake.
So what stands out in perfect slice? Why would I want to come to you and not to another baker? So what is it that you bring as perfect slice cakes? Yeah.
Well, I think what I like about my cakes is that they have some level of creativity. I want my clients, when they open the box, the same way I want to be wowed by the cake. My biggest desire is for them to be wowed by the cake, to be even to wonder if they should cut into the cake. You know, if they want, I want them to admire it first, and then now when they cut into it, I want them to feel the complete flavor that they asked for. Now that's what's different about perfect slice. I want the natural taste of what they wanted, not artificial taste.
Oh yeah, there's that artificial taste. And then there's something else. Sometimes when you eat a cake, there's too much sugar. You sort of feel it's choking you. So does sugar come into play?
Yeah, it does. It does. Many parents that I talk to, because most of my cakes tend to be for children's birthdays, so many parents request me to really minimize sugar, and I have been working on my recipes to accommodate that, to accommodate recipes that are very low in sugar but still flavorful.
Wow. Yeah. So just to take you back, as you talked about doing wedding cakes, do you do them alone? Do you have a team that comes into play, or what goes into it?
You know, what I say about my work, I'm very particular about what I want, so I hardly ever let anyone come near my work. So I can say I work alone.
You work
alone. No, maybe what I can say is my partner is the one who helps me with the transporting.
Okay.
Yeah, because I can't transport. It's quite heavy. Yeah. But now when it comes to baking, I don't think I would allow anyone. It's basically me at this point, but I think it's at some point in the future we have
even
to,
as you grow.
Yes, as I grow, I guess someone will have to come in and help me.
Yeah, for sure. What are some of the challenges that you have faced or you are still facing up to now as a baker?
As a baker and as an entrepreneur, my biggest challenge is the seasons in business. You know, baking is sort of also, it has its seasons. There are those seasons that are they peak, and then seasons that business is a bit low. So I guess that's my biggest challenge that I have had to learn from. That when the business is good, you enjoy and you do as much as you can, and when the business is low, you learn more techniques and more flavors, and you practice more to make your work even better. Another challenge that I can speak of is transporting cake. Cake is a very delicate product. And I've had a challenge with it. You know, many of my clients are not neighbors. Some order from very far, from across town, and I have to find a way to deliver this cake in a way that it's still safe, it's still beautiful, and also make sure that the price of delivery is not so high. So maybe that's one of the challenges I can speak of.
People are getting into the scene. Like I said, I like baking, for basics. Like I'm still learning the basics for my family and for a hobby, and so many people are coming into the scene of baking. Self-taught, like you started. Others are going into classes and learning all that. So what are your tips to someone who is starting?
Okay.
Yeah, what are your tips that you can share?
Yeah, I have two major tips that I give to even those people who come to me and they want to be my students. What I usually tell them is get the tools. Yeah, the actual tools of doing the cake decoration and cake baking.
Yeah.
Get them because they will help perfect your work. No, sometimes we ignore the tools. For a long time, I ignored a very basic tool called a turntable. Yeah, because I felt it was still expensive. I don't really need it.
But what's a turntable? The one
that goes around when you're decorating the cake. You want
okay.
That one. When I ignored that tool for like even a year, I think. Yeah, and I thought I didn't really need it. It didn't make much of a difference, and I felt maybe it was a bit expensive. Then finally, I got the tool, and my cakes were completely transformed.
Oh, wow.
So I urge anyone who's starting baking, get the tools. If you watch a video and a video is using a certain tool, get it. And those tools are very much available in Kenya. They are very much available in our shops. The second tip, practice. Yeah, don't give up because it didn't happen the first time.
Yeah.
Do it again and again and again. The more you do it, you realize it becomes very easy.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, even when I do it at home, I'm like, oh, okay, I did this, and even trying different flavors, right?
Yes, try different flavors. It will mess. One will mess. You throw it away or you just it in the house. Do it again. You see a difference.
Yeah, my husband can attest. Enough time. Oh my God. Either it was not spongy, either inside was not, the heat measurement was not really well,
Until you find it, and you even learn your oven. Me, when someone calls me to their house to bake, I tell them you will have to learn your own oven the way I've learned mine, because I'll bake in your oven, it will not turn out the same way. When I bake in my own oven. When after practicing with your own, you know the right place to place the heat.
Amazing. Okay. And talk to us about the self-taught. What tips can you give people about someone who's really out of campo and or someone who's a stay-at-home mom? They want to bake. In terms of knowledge-wise, I mean, you started from Google. So what can you tell them?
I can tell them watch a lot of videos. I think there's a time all I did all day was watch videos on baking. Watch a lot of videos, and when you feel like you've watched enough, like you can combine ideas from 2 or 3 different videos, then practice.
For sure.
Yeah, then just go and put that into practice and see how that turns out. If it doesn't turn out, watch more videos. Yeah, and don't even limit yourself thinking that there's something that maybe no video has been made about. Everything, there's a video about everything.
There's every information
out there. Google anything you find.
For sure. And now we are going to the most interesting part. We are going to bake, and maybe tell us what you are going to make for us today.
Well, maybe today we make something that we call a bundt cake. We'll put some chocolate chip inside it, and maybe a banana bread.
Oh, did you hear that? So stay tuned. Let's watch what goes into baking a cake.
Tell us what we have on the table. So today I want to show you guys how I make my banana bread. So we'll start with banana bread, then we'll go to a chocolate chip bundt cake that we'll bake on this tin. So for banana bread, we will need 2 bananas. Okay. We'll need 3 eggs. We'll need some sugar, some flour, and spices. I like to spice my banana bread. It gives it a lot of flavor. And we will also need some margarine.
All right.
Yeah. So we'll start with mashing the 2 bananas. We'll mash them. And start measuring our margarine. We'll need around half a cup. That's why we need these cups. These cups are very essential for every baker. They're our measuring cups. That's our measuring spoons. Because baking is a science. Everything has to be very precise. So we start with half a cup of margarine. I'll estimate because I know how much half a cup is. So half a cup is about that much. And also we need some oil. the oil will give some tenderness to the banana bread.
So that's half.
This is a third cup, but I'll not use all of it. I'll need about a quarter cup. Okay. The rest we will use for the next cake. Yeah. I need about a quarter cup of that. And then now sugar. You see, banana bread doesn't need so much sugar.
Yeah, because
the bananas already have sugar.
Yes.
So I'll just take half a cup of sugar. Half a cup. This is half a cup of sugar. Yeah. And then now we'll start to mix. And then now we will need the raising agent. In this case, we will use baking soda. We will only need 1 teaspoon. We'll measure and level. Add the baking soda. And then we'll add spices. As I told you before, my banana bread is usually very spiced. I think it brings a lot of flavor. So I'll add cinnamon, just 1 teaspoon. Ginger.
Wow, this I have to try. I've never tried with the spices.
It brings a nice flavor that I like. So I'll add ginger, half a teaspoon.
Oh, ginger is half a teaspoon.
It's very strong, so you just need half a teaspoon. So you can even feel the aroma. From afar. This is nutmeg. Now that one you put the smallest spoon.
It's the quarter.
It's
also shouting.
It also has a very strong aroma. And even flavor. And even clove. Clove is also another very strong one. So we put also just a quarter of a teaspoon. That makes a very big difference in the cake. You feel a lot of flavor in the cake.
You not only feel the banana, but the flavors.
They mix and they bring out. You've now started to feel the banana from afar. Then now we just combine all that and we mix. Our tin needs to be oiled a little bit, just a little bit, the little bit of the margarine that we used earlier. We just wrap the margarine inside it like this. Like that. Not much, just a little to grease it. And once that is done, we'll put this. This is we call it a greaseproof paper or a baking paper. Just cut a piece of it and place it at the bottom of the tin. I'm going to line it, then I'll show you. Like that. That will help the cake really release very easily once it's baked. So once that is done, we just dump all the butter into our baking tin and bake it for around 40 minutes.
So the second cake, we want to do what we call a bundt cake. It's really just a simple vanilla Bundt cake with we put some chocolate chip inside to make it a chocolate chip cake. Yeah, we use this tin. It's a decorative tin if you want to make a nice dessert for your guests, something to present on the table that looks nice. This is a perfect cake. Let's get started. We'll start with this margarine, the same margarine we used for the previous cake. And we use half a cup. I also put some oil in it. I find oil brings a bit of tender crumbed cake. So that's like around roughly 2 tablespoons of oil. And then we'll put sugar. I'll use 3 of this. This is a 1/4 cup. I'll use 3/4. When you measure, you make sure you level. Once we put that, we will mix. Then we will add 3 eggs, one by one as we mix. The flour, we'll need a cup and a cup and 3/4 of this. Make sure your flour is well fluffed out and leveled like this before putting in. For 3/4, I'll use the 1/4 cup. I'll use the 1/4 cup that we used for sugar 3 times. For that, we will need baking powder. In this cake, we'll need baking powder. I'll put one teaspoon of baking powder. And then a 1/4 cup of milk. You also can put some vanilla to give it flavor. Just a splash of vanilla. Around a teaspoon of vanilla to give it flavor. So I put everything in, we mix. Is well combined. We'll add our chocolate chips. You can put as many or as little as you want. We'll leave some for decorating the top of the cake, for sprinkling on top of the cake, so that you can see from the outside that the cake is a chocolate chip cake. So I told you we're baking a bundt cake and we use this tin. We will put our butter inside the tin. You can scoop and put on the side, it will level by itself. And that's it. When the cake goes into the oven, around 40 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius, and you'll see the results when you come back.
So the cake is ready. It looks really beautiful and it smells really amazing. So this is the banana bread. Yeah, that's the look. And then this is the
chocolate chip.
Cake.
Okay. So we want to release the cake from the tin. We take a knife around it like this. so that it just releases very easily when we turn over the tin.
Okay.
Like this. And wow, there is our cake. You can release the, remember the paper we put?
Yeah.
The bottom of the tin, release it. And there's our banana bread. Yeah.
And it's even spongy.
Very spongy because of the baking soda. Baking soda has that effect on cake. Yeah.
Okay.
So we can cut into it. You need a serrated knife like this one to make perfect slices. Like that. We're cutting into it still warm. Grace, will you taste for us?
Yes, I will. I've been longing for this moment. I've been longing for this moment. Just a small piece. That's
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Taste and tell us what you think.
Really moist.
I think she likes it.
I love it. I can taste the flavors.
The banana
I can taste the banana, of course,
and the
and the other
spice.
spices.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what we like here at Perfect Slice.
Amazing.
Yes. This is the chocolate chip.
Yeah. This really looks nice, especially when you're making dessert and you're going to visit someone for dinner. The shape
Yeah.
looks really amazing.
Let's see how this shape looks from inside.
Wow. Oh wow. This is so pretty.
To finish our chocolate chip cake, burnt cake off, we'll just sprinkle some, lightly sprinkle it with some icing sugar, just to decorate it. Gives it a nice finish.
Yeah, it does.
It does, right?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of difference.
So when you've done that, you can nicely serve it in a nice plate when you have guests and serve it as dessert.
For sure.
Yeah.
Let's dig in.
Again, we go in with the knife.
Yeah.
Use like a slice. Grace will taste for us.
Yes, again, pleasure is all mine.
It has lots of chocolate in there.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very
I
nice.
can taste the chocolate chips.
Yeah.
Really sweet. Really, really
The
sweet.
combination of vanilla and chocolate,
Yes.
absolutely
taste
nice.
Amazing.
Very tender, very soft.
Amazing. Well done, well done. Wow, this is amazing. I wish I could share with you guys, but I'll represent you. Okay? I'll represent you. So thank you so much for coming to my channel and sharing your journey and what you do. And please support her. So how can people reach you? Do you have a page? What are your contacts?
I have a page on IG. On Instagram, I am Perfect Slice, KE. And on Facebook, it's Perfect Slice Cakes. And people can reach me on my number, 0715 53 91 40. On WhatsApp, it's the same number. You can WhatsApp me to order, to talk more about cake. Yes.
Yeah. Wow. Now that you've heard her story, you can start. She does her business in the house, so there's no pressure. You can start from where you are, and like she said, basics. Start with the tools. Tools are equally important. So I hope you've been inspired. I hope you've been encouraged and motivated to even start doing what you love. So till we meet again, it's adios.
Bye bye.
Bye.